Wonderful Bushy community. We're now in the absolute last week run up towards Pesach, the wonderful Jewish holiday. And may I take this opportunity to wish all of us, our entire community, a Pesach of health, a Pesach of appreciation and meaningfulness, and please God, a Pesach that will open up towards a brighter number of weeks, months, and please God, year ahead for all of us and for all our people and all of the world as well. However, this particular Pesach has a few interesting particular points connected to it, which really need us to take note. And I'm going to run through some of the more confounding or complicating factors that are involved in Pesach, specifically because it falls on a Saturday night on the Motzei Shabbat. And when Pesach falls on a Saturday night, a Motzei Shabbat, there are a number of changes which are required in our calendar and how we prepare. One of the most obvious ones is we need to start our preparations a little bit earlier. We need to make sure our cleaning, our turning over, our cooking, and everything is all set before we go into Shabbat. And therefore, beginning on Thursday morning is the first step that we need to take. Thursday morning, we'll have in Shul 10 to 7 in the morning, a regular service, but then Zoomed from around 7:30, 7:40 and on will be the fast of the firstborn's siyum. Anyone who has a firstborn who is required to fast pre-Pesach will be fasting instead of Saturday morning, Shabbat morning, will instead be fasting on Thursday, and therefore must attend the siyum online in order to be able to eat. Thursday evening, rather than waiting till Friday evening, we do the search for the chametz, we put out the 10 pieces of bread, we make our blessing, and then when we find them all with the candlelight, as well as with our feather, whatever else we're going to use, we then recite the kol chamira blessing of annulling the chametz that we have, that announcement. By Friday morning, you'll have already been required to sell your chametz through me. And therefore, make sure that you utilize this last week to sell that chametz and get it onto the form, because once Friday morning hits, I will be doing that. I'll be effecting the sale. That'll be the same time when the burning of the chametz or the final disposing of the chametz has to take place. That does not mean you have to stop eating chametz by that point in time. But what it does mean is that your house has to be in a fit state as if Pesach is coming. Friday is a critical day in that regard, because you cannot prepare on Shabbat for a festival or for anything else. And therefore, make sure all of your Pesach Seder requirements, all of the grading of the maror, all of the burning of the shank bones, all of the making of the charoset, setting the table, everything should be laid out and prepared on Friday, so it's all done and dusted. However, make sure that you have set aside, away from everything else, away from your Pesach Dika dishes and tables, some rolls or some pita, in order that Friday night you'll be able to have your kiddush and the hamotzi away from the table, perhaps even do it outside, if that will make it easier in terms of not getting crumbs around. And then the same thing on Shabbat morning. The service has to begin at 7 a.m., and that's because we have to stop eating chametz by 10 a.m. in the morning. Therefore, Shabbat morning as well, have your kiddush early, have your hamotzi early, finish your challah, brush everything off, dispose of everything. You can't burn it, obviously. What you can do is flush it down the toilet, put it out in the bin beyond your property or something along those lines, and then recite that kol chamira declaration as conclusion. By that point in time, the house is ready, and please God, you're ready. So what are you going to do on that long Shabbat, because the Seder can only begin at 7:15 in the evening? Well, it's very simple. Get some rest. Maybe go for a walk. Clear your head. Use the time to review the many resources that we have been sending to your house. The Pesach Forum Bushy boxes, along with some of the material that you could pick up outside of our homes or the Ketz, which include hand-baked matzah and also other resources as well. There'll be plenty to do on that Shabbat, mentally and spiritually to prepare. But it won't be like most years when it's a hectic pre-Pesach run. Instead, use the time, focus on you a little bit, and please God will enter into Pesach, a season of joy, a season of meaningfulness. And although it will be very different again this year, you will be ready. Wishing everyone a Chag Kosher V'Sameach, a Kosher Pesach, and a very happy and wonderful year and months ahead. Thank you.